You just went, here's what to do. Here's what to do if you fuck up. Here's how to fix it. Have a lot, get back and enjoy the sport you're doing. I love that sort of thing. But what was it that got you into martial arts? What made you then start? Because I read somewhere that you said you had been tinkering with your energy outputs, your body performance, etc., for 15 years. What
Yeah,
caused
more
jiu-jitsu?
more, I guess. I mean, really, martial arts started for me. I was a fat kid, so I was not athletic. My mum didn't really want me to play sport. Kind of wrapped me up in cotton wool, and I used to
Hmm.
get bullied a lot. Like I used to get, punched in the face, almost daily. I didn't fit in. We were pretty broke when I was a kid. I didn't have anything cool. My mum wouldn't let me watch commercial television. I wasn't allowed to watch cartoons. So I didn't fit in. I was very nerdy. So I was smart, but I just didn't have, what can I say? I didn't have the social expertise in any way. I didn't fit in,
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of friends. And in that way, I just got to a critical point when I was about 10 and a half. I just had enough. My self-esteem was pretty shit. I really actually despised myself in a lot of ways because I didn't know why kids didn't like me. I was friendly, and my mum would always tell me to be friendly to people, but then I would just get taken advantage of and picked on, and I didn't understand. So I live in a pretty small town, a little town called Springwood, which is up in the Blue Mountains in the west of Sydney. And the only thing they had was Taekwondo. So local school hall, they're teaching Taekwondo, they're teaching self-defense. I happened to go in there. And yeah, man, the head teacher at the time also had done some Wing Chun, and he was showing us a mixture of like Taekwondo self defense and some kind of some blocking hands techniques from Wing Chun. And he showed us this block and this trip, and I actually executed it exceptionally well on one of my worst bullies. Only 2 days post learning it. Like we drilled it
Nice.
and drilled it and drilled it, and I nailed it, man. And I knocked the kid over, and he landed on his back, and he was winded, and he was like, "Ugh," and I was like, whoa. And then he had like these two little crony dudes that you'd roll around with him, and they were just like, oh shit, this kid knows karate, and I was like, yeah. I just went. I just doubled in size. This little piece of knowledge saved me from getting a beat down. So I was addicted. I was like, oh, I got to fucking learn this because it wasn't like, oh, I got bigger or stronger. It was a total fluke, but I was able to execute this technique and it saved me. So in my mind, I was like, well, I got to get this knowledge. Like I was a smart kid. I knew how to learn things. So I was like, I'm just going to do this all the time. And the change it made in me mentally and physiologically from age of 10 to about age of 12 was huge. Like I grew, doing push-ups and sit-ups and running and squats and just body weight martial arts stuff changed my body. And also I started lifting weights right around this time as well. So I just basically blew up into a man child, and I just went on a mission. Like no one is going to fuck with me. Like I am going to be so strong and so good at fighting. Someone tries to come bully me, I'm going to fuck them up. And it's interesting that this whole change in my view on life um, just changed the trajectory of my life. Like it just stopped me from being a victim, and that was massive. And then my body started to change.